want to look like black women.
Okay.
They want these features, they want this. And we're telling them that, but then they're like, well, why do they want to look like us and have these blonde hairs and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
But why do we care as black women?
Because why do we want to look like the European at all, in any way?
I want my hair to look like what I want it to look like today. And maybe switch it up tomorrow.
That's not what your hair comes from. We never had straight hair.
It is better.
It's kinky, it's big, it's curly, it's...
Who's to say that I can't? Who's, like, where...
Evolution. Evolution says your ass got a nappy ass head under there, and we need to play that.
Why? All right, welcome to Words on the Street. I'm here with Marshall.
Hey, it's a good word.
It's a good word.
Let's do it.
So, the past couple conversations I've had, men have brought up masculine and feminine energy and how it's affected their life.
Niggas with feminine energy, wildin'. It's where we live in. Stop eating that soy.
Listen, I think maybe terminology sometimes.
No, and I don't have no feminine energy. I had 3 ladies in the house. They didn't want me to have no feminine energy. They didn't pass none of that to me.
So what would you categorize as feminine energy? Because maybe it's a mix up of terminology.
I mean, and I kind of get what niggas saying with the feminine energy, with you know, maybe you argue too much, maybe you don't let shit go, maybe it's like to me, a niggas, I mean, they get drunk, like drunk.
Okay.
Over their partner's got to help to the car.
Yeah.
That's feminine energy to me. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that gotta get. You should be in control of your motherfucking life where somebody ain't gotta take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? That's whole shit.
That's feminine energy.
Feminine energy is whole shit to me. You know what I'm saying? I know we live in this world where you binary, you transgender, you want to be whatever you want. I was raised on boys and girls turning to men and women. That's all I know.
You don't know anything else?
I don't know nothing else. I know some new shit, but
so
that's
when
not
you
for
say
me.
that's whole shit, because we've been on podcasts together where we were talking about maybe hoe in a different context.
Right.
So when you say hoe shit, get into that.
So dudes can have hoes in them too. I mean, it's a ton of dudes out here that's got a lot of hoe in them. They just got that feminine energy, but that's whole shit. That's you can't act like a broad. You can't. Dudes that act like a broad, I mean, that's in you. You got that female in you, and that's something that you got to get out of you.
How do they get that out, though? If you don't know that that's even in you.
If you got to, say you and your girl, and you sit up, y'all been arguing for 30 minutes, that's whole shit. Nigga, get your point across, be done with it, and that's it.
But how does he do that without feeling like something's not being said from his heart?
See, that's what I'm saying. You want the last word. But you want to be, you know what I'm saying? She said the last shit. She said, no. This is how I feel about it. Boop, bop, bop, bop. Now, if she want to talk all day about it, that's what she do, because she's a female. She's supposed to have that feminine energy. You're not supposed to have that.
Okay. We're going to get
she
to the
got under your nerves, and now, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to fight and shit. Nigga, sissy shit. Come on. Get your shit together.
We don't want to say that.
Why not? I don't live in the world. I don't live in the world that everybody lives in.
Why would it be sissy stuff? What does that mean?
What could a woman do to you that makes you want to fight her? What? Unless she hit you. If she take off on you yes. Then you ding pop pop bing pop pop. Hey, don't do that.
Wait a minute. That's what they do?
If you take off and you hit me with, like, you grab this cup and you hit me over my head with it, well, yeah, at that point, now you want to be a man. You're getting in tune with your masculine energy, and you think that you're a dude. Because you wouldn't do that to a man unless you felt like you wanted to fight.
So now you're gonna match my masculine energy.
No.
Okay.
It's not about me matching it. It's about you need a lesson. You need to be taught something. You're not a dude. You're a chick. And you shouldn't do that.
I really want to get to these questions.
Let's get to it.
Because I feel like...
I like it. Let's get to it. I'm ready. I'm ready for all the questions. I'm ready. You guys ready? Let's do it.
They're ready. They're ready. Let's...
Yeah. And for all you chicks, you out here trying to fight dudes and then you be mad when the dude goes upside your head. That's weird energy.
Oh, okay.
And you dudes that's out here fighting chicks, that's
how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? I just want to hear somebody. Let's see what's been going on here. Before we get to the questions.
Especially dudes that beat their chick up for cheating.
You don't like that?
Nigga, she cheated already. What are you gonna beat her up for now? And you know she gonna fuck with him again, right? Come on. Smarten up.
But the thing is, if a man's only been taught that, if a man has only been taught from his
but that's the thing,
from his mom, if he's only been taught, look, okay, let's get to the question.
Go ahead.
Because the question's gonna be deep. Yeah. So hold on, you know what? Yeah. I know we on live, but I feel like I need to call my husband and tell him that we're running live.
Tell him we're running live.
You know,
I need to get involved in this too. I asked him why he been on there. He said you tried to get him on there.
I did. I had him on live.
He don't really want it.
Hey, me and Marshall are on live on TikTok. Get on. Okay. Why not?
That's why nigga.
Bye. Bye. He was on the other night but wouldn't turn on his camera.
Hey man, and you know what? I was thinking about this nigga the other day because I was listening to Pyro Love on my fucking Me and My Son, and that's why I always used to tell him on Bloods because on Pyro Love they say, and the only other blood hood is Campanella Park. See what I'm saying? They had it fucked up on the song. And you tell them that they did that. You know?
Well, but I think there's only Pyros and I'm on I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know. I have no idea.
And you're not on the set?
Let's get back to this. Don't do that to me.
I mean,
don't do that to me.
Once you get paperwork.
Don't do that. What paperwork?
You guys got that married. You guys got that seal.
But I don't even understand where you're going right now.
Yeah.
I feel like you just tried to go somewhere that's not there.
That's the no.
I don't know what's going on right now.
You married into the.
I just feel like you're saying just explosive words right now.
So when you go to Compton, how do they greet you?
Hello.
They know.
Hey V.
They hit you up.
Hey V. Hey V.
Have you ever thrown it up?
Thrown what up?
Campanella.
Is my husband on here yet? Johnny, are you there yet? I don't like it. We're gonna keep going. I don't like where we're going.
Hey, come on,
okay, so let's go. Let's get to it, Marshall.
Here we go.
Because you said that there's nothing that there's no masculine energy, there's no feminine energy. Men need to grab a hold of that. So I want to get to the depth of your thought process of where you're so strong on this right here. Okay? It's not a question. That's what we're doing right here. Okay? We're going to get to it.
Okay.
Being raised by your mother, what did you learn about men before you became one?
You know what? Nothing. She wasn't really trying to be a dad, you know what I'm saying? She was just trying to be a good mom and trying to make it, you know what I'm saying? We was poor, so we were just trying to get along, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it through.
Yeah.
So she didn't really try to raise a man, you know what I'm saying? She just wanted to raise a good person, basically, at that point. But having two sisters and a mom, you raised in a home with three women, you learn how to respect women, You knew the power of saying the word bitch because that meant a lot. That would get you fucked up around the house about, bitches over here, So you learned that was a powerful word. That was a powerful word. So you didn't use that unless you really meant that, So
how do you remember ways that your mom specifically poured into you as being her son?
Yeah, well, of course, as a man, your mom always wants you to, to be a man, go off, live your life, and do your thing, So she would always, wherever I was at in the world, whether I was in the Lou back home, LA, wherever I was living, when I went to college or whatever, she would always be like, it's your home, So she always reassured me that no matter how bad life gets, you're good with me, So dudes and moms is different,
Do you think that you having two sisters, the way that maybe when you went through things or that you went to her about certain things, were there ways that she dealt with you maybe different than she dealt with the females?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Her thing was always, ride it out, toughen up,
Mm-hmm.
See how it goes, With them, she was more like, come on, baby, come, boo, bop, bop. But, yeah, for sure. I went to 5 different colleges, playing ball, been trying to make it, and, she's trying to support that, but ain't got no, money to really, put nothing on nothing, but help wherever she can, little care packages here and there, whatever, but, yeah, her thing was we were always different, I think she dealt with all of her kids differently. Yeah. I think with me and my sister, because we were older and younger, and we moved out here from Missouri, away from our family, she had to been tougher on us. We was one of the kids that grew up with. She worked. Hey, when I leave, don't open this motherfucking door for nobody. I don't give a fuck if it's the president of the United States. Don't Yeah. I mean, you got that speech early. And you did what you're supposed to do. You had chores, and...
Being that, with you being a male, do you think that, even because you said that she didn't try to be the father, she was just being the best mother she could, but do you think that, looking back, understanding you were a male, that she took that there were certain ways that on purpose she dealt with you, like tough it out, get through it, things like that too. I'm trying because I know that she dealt with each one of you guys different, but in my opinion, I also think a single mother really shapes also their male, because it's different than just saying, come here, let me give you a hug because you just fell, or come here, you're good, come on, let's rub it, like teaching your young man that resilience. So even if the young man doesn't feel like, well, no, she was just teaching me to be, but she was still instilling some of that in you, do you think? Or am I saying it right? I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. The thing with her was that she kind of, we never seen a lot of dudes around her, She never kept a lot of dudes around, so you kind of look for that male role model at some point in life. And I remember in high school, she had brought my cousin Mike out here, and he was just getting out of prison, but he was older than me, but he was still young, you know what I mean? So she was trying to bring him out here, give him a different little path. So when he came out, he was kind of like that role model, like that, not that father figure, like an uncle or something like that. Yeah. So I could look to him for stuff like that. Yes, because I think we're all looking for that, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, as an active dad now, I think we kind of talked about this, not being that, you know what I mean? It's night and day meant to how you're going to turn out. Yeah. Honestly, if you're, it ain't even about throwing money at stuff or doing this or doing that. It's just about being present. Mm-hmm. If you are present, it's going to make that much of a difference in your life. You know what I mean? So Man, for me, I had him, and then it was a program, an old school program called the Big Brother program. And so I had this big brother. His name was James. All the homies, all my homies. He was like basically the big brother to all of them too. He was so cool with all my people that when he was from Atlanta, when he went back home, he took my partner Caven and Greg with him to go out there and start fresh starts. Greg still stays out there to this day. Caven's got a family out there, and his mom had ended up moving out there to so it was a bridge gap. Yes, but that's the kind of dude he was. He took care of all, not only me but my partners. But he still was like a dad. You know what I'm saying? He was like like an uncle too. So, and then as time grew on and I got older and older, and then going home right recently, my grandmother passed. So when black folks die, like secrets start coming alive. You know what I mean? So my uncle, I could tell he don't always want to tell us about the history of my mom and my pops. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom was one of them. She never talked bad on my pops. I never knew nothing bad about him. I never knew nothing this, that, whoop, whoop, whoop. And lightweight, we always just say she still liked the dude, you know what I'm saying? That's why maybe that's why she didn't tell us nothing, but she never told us nothing bad. But talking to my uncle, I remember him and my aunt talking and asking because they didn't really mess with my dad, you know what I'm saying? Because how he treated their mom, you know what I mean? You treat somebody, you treat somebody's mom bad, so they never really messed with him too tough, but they had a talk about what do you remember? I mean, what is like a memory that you have of Marshall? Because his name was Marshall too. What do you have a memory of Marshall? And they was like, they both had a memory of my mom and dad fighting up in the street, fighting all the time. You know what I mean? That was the memory they had. But
she never done that.
Yeah. She never brought no, that nigga wasn't, And then I heard about, my grandpa sending, my uncles and stuff to go grab her, because they lived in Florida.
Yeah.
So they would have to go get her, you know what I'm saying, get her out the bullshit and go get her, or my grandma, would go. So they had a toxic, but
you would never have known.
Never known none of that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that her whole thing was that she didn't bring a lot of that to my table because she didn't want me to be like that.
Yeah.
She was like, I want him to have she never brought any of that, so I would never have to.
Or taint your view.
Yeah, and I think that was a big thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because she wanted us to all be cool. But for me, it was no big deal. I come from what we call a dad-free zone. I lived in Sedalia, Missouri, Anthony Buckner Projects, and most everybody I knew ain't had no pops. You know what I mean? So. It was just natural, it was just natural, so, it was just kind of I think that was her thing. She never wanted to taint our image of, a dude, but she never wanted me to be like him either, so I think that's why she just kind of just always nurtured me to, plus, I wanted to play ball, so she kind of made me focus on the things that I needed in life to kind of try to move forward in life.
Yeah. How did growing up without a consistent father figure shape the way you approach relationships?
So that's the thing, man. You didn't know. I was just out here freestyling. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody taught me the birds or the bees, or you listen to this dude say this dude that say that, or you know what I'm saying? Snuck on HBO because they ain't had no real porn back in them days. So you know what I'm saying. So you snuck on HBO. Watch a little naughty shot or something. But I was out there freestyling, man. I remember my first time messing around. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. Like I was doing all type of shit wrong.
How did you approach emotional, dealing with women, as far as the relationship aspect?
See, I wasn't about that. I wasn't really about no relationships. I didn't understand that really, honestly. You know what I mean? And I knew some dudes was like, then I had a girlfriend, since high school, their freshman year, their senior year. That to me, that's absolutely insane. That is crazy. To me, that's crazy. You're telling me, okay, they're gonna take us to a place. They're gonna give us 4 different age groups: 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. You're gonna have all different flavors, all different sizes, all different ethnicities, and you get to pick and choose from 200 to 300, and you get 8 hours with them a day, and you want to be with one through all. Oh man, no.
Okay. So with you,
I want to try everything once at least.
okay. Okay. We're gonna stay on track.
Stay on
We're gonna
track.
stay on track. Okay. So with you saying that, what is the difference in the way you approach that now, having a son going into high school and he has a father?
Yeah, so
So
the
what
guidance is different, you know what I'm saying? Obviously,
Yeah.
with a father present, you know what I'm saying? I'm teaching them what's the don'ts and the do's and the do's and the don'ts, you know what I mean?
And so how is that approached? Because like you said, you had 300 and something flavors and you wanted to try every flavor.
Man.
So having a young son going into high school, how do you responsibly, not irresponsible, but how do you responsibly walk him through there so that he doesn't come out with 3, 4, 5 babies?
Well, see, that's the thing. You gotta, first is you just have to bring the reality to it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, he knows my story and how, I've had to get down and rebuild my relationships and different things like that. So
Yeah.
he definitely doesn't want that, and like I said, because he wants to play ball, that's where he kind of keeps his focus on. So we don't really, girls is not, I mean, it's not really a big problem meant for me, well, for him, like it was meant for me. My focus was all over the place.
Yeah.
Once I, what I'm saying, got that first little,
Do you think you being present helps keep him focused?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, because for one, you got to be, I mean, when I was coming up, man, and you could leave the house at 9 a.m. and not come back to 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Was no phones, was no, your mama didn't know where you was at, but, she just knew you was cool, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you had just carte blanche to just living.
Yeah.
We don't got that no more, it's phones, it's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So he knows a rule of ours for him to have a phone is you got to keep it charged all the time.
Yeah.
If we can't get a hold of you, then you don't need one.
Just the presence.
And we're going to take it. Yeah. So he don't know when, what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? What you doing? Who was that? You don't know when I pop up. Because so I think I've done enough where our relationship is cool enough where he kind of talks to me about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Foundations laid.
Yeah. So I'm like, just it's just about respect. Respect who you with. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you don't want to be with him, you got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it goes down, you know what I mean? But it always is that. That's what it is. So give people choice. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have grown. You have grown daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you approach maybe if you see a man that they're dealing with, but you might see a little bit of young Marsh in him?
I talk to them. I like to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I like to put them to the side. Because I done told all the lies, so I know everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you get the line off the top, I'm just gonna get to digging deeper. You know what I mean? I done did it. My daughter, I think with her, I think she done seen so much so early that she tries to really play it safe on, you know what I'm saying, on making sure that she's with somebody that's not gonna be out in these streets or hurtful or something. So, and even the current guy that she's with now, I like him, a southern dude from Georgia, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Just, I think she's very smart. She doesn't, she was one of those that I'm not gonna have kids early because I don't even really kind of dig kids off the top.
Yeah.
So she really was, smart about her business. She kind of handled her business, became a nurse, and so she's on point. You know what I mean? So I think, I think seeing so much early for her, kind of, she was smart enough to take heed and really people was going on around her, learn that lesson and learn it for herself.
Yeah.
And that's how she kind of stayed out of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. But you're still like a walking testimony, and also you're kind of walking you're not just saying it, you're walking what you're talking.
Oh, for sure,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
for you to go, and if you see a little young Marsh in somebody, for you to be able to say something to them, it's not like you're saying something and you're still in the BS.
Yes. No, off the top.
Yeah. At this stage in life, how do you define manhood differently than you did in your 20s?
Manhood was in the 20s. It was, I grew up in the 90s, so it was. That's when gangbang was at its apex. You know what I mean? And although I didn't gangbang, my crew played basketball. All of us played ball, but we would be out, places, and you run into niggas from Oxnard, the Crip niggas, or some SAs from here, or some whoever. You know what I mean? But they thought because we played ball that it was sweet. You know what I mean? It wasn't sweet. We wasn't them dudes. So we made our own little crew up, called ourselves the Wrecking Crew, and we just wanted something to bang on you with. Yeah. We just wanted. All of us, because my man was from Philly, I had my other guy, he was from Indiana, because we was all from other places.
We were all together, though.
Yeah, so, but we all was always running around, and we played ball all up and down the coast. We used to, as kids, we used to go on the base and terrorize grown men. And this ain't no bullshit. We was all in high school, and in the summertime, we could get that lunch run, and niggas would be changing the rules on us, you know what I'm saying? At first, it was, you could only win 2 games, then you got to come off. So they would only allow us to win twice, then we had to come off and wait till other people played and come back on. Because we would literally get there at 11, win all the time, and play till 1 o'clock, and these niggas never got to play during their own lunch. Then they got it where we had to get signed on by somebody that was active military before we could even get into the base. So it'd be niggas out front waiting on us, like some would be cool, I'll sign them boys in, but some would be out there like, man, don't sign them, man,
because they couldn't play.
Come on, man, we kids, we 16, you grown men, 25, 26, don't be mad because you can't win, so that was my crew, so we was together all the time, we called, and we put a name on us, but in that day, it was like, you had to prove your manhood a lot, you know what I mean? Because niggas, wherever you was at, somebody would be hitting you up. Where y'all from? When you go, whoop. And even in Lompoc, it was a transition from dudes that you used to know, and now they turn into gangbangers. But it's like, nigga, we knew you before you.
It was just that little together.
Yeah. Nigga, because I remember niggas like, man, y'all yees, man. Y'all, I said, what is a yee? That's niggas that don't bang, you know what I'm saying? And just, I was like, nigga, just because you say you a Crip, that don't move us. That don't, that's corny, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not really from there, and you used to see a lot of that here, you know what I'm saying? So the ones that would come here, because we done had a ton of cool little, I remember there was a dude named Yachty Brown, Cass Foe, man, wherever you at, man. Big up, but he was from 11 Deuce Hoover Crip, and he had came out here, and when you're from out here, it's not a lot of.
It's interesting. You remember the game, like you remember details.
Yeah, because this nigga was one of the realest niggas I ever. Because I remember we played Morningside in a football game, so it was all blood niggas from Inglewood that came down, man, for a home game, and they were on the bus. And I remember this nigga, I remember this like it was yesterday, this nigga had an all blue Dickie suit on with brown chucks, and the nigga had a brown blanket around him. And it was me, him, and another dude. And we were standing outside because they had, you get a lot of sisters out here, so it was all black cheerleading group, so we was out there trying to Dip to the LA chicks, trying to get numbers. You know, that's when we used to get numbers back in the days. So we were out there trying to get numbers. And I remember I remember a couple of them had seen him and hit him up, like, you know, I don't know if they was from Inglewood family or something. I don't know where they was from, but they was from somewhere out there, and they had hit him up, and that nigga didn't say nothing at first, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking around now because we all together, so,
yeah.
And you got a bus of these niggas, like not, it's a whole bus, like 50 of these niggas, you know what I'm saying? So they hitting him up, now they trying to come outside, they trying to walk outside, so about 6 or 7 niggas done walked out the bus, and I'll never forget that nigga just took his motherfucking blanket off and hit them niggas up like nigga 11 dudes Hoover Crip, nigga was like bop bop, nigga, and we was winning, but we wasn't winning. Nigga,
but we wasn't winning.
But we wasn't winning. Nigga, I ain't
you
from
were
nowhere.
Winning, but you wasn't winning.
Yeah, nigga, down. You know.
That's the part of the story we were waiting for.
But
what did the boot bop mean?
But
did they start fighting, or did he like do his stuff and they were like, oh, you don't?
No, because they came out, so it was some administrators and some coaches, so they kind of intervened. Okay. I remember before it was going down, but I could tell that the nigga was just, you know what I'm saying, he was willing to go ahead and take that route, you know.
Were you guys, or you were just there?
At the time, you know what I'm saying, yes. I'm out here with the niggas, so I'm going to go ahead. I mean, if I got to take some lumps with him, I got to take the lumps with him. But I didn't want to.
You were glad administration came out. And
nigga, hell yeah. Nigga got a whole bunch of these niggas, and I get it. That's who you are. Man, I respect that.
Do you really get it? You respect it, but do you really get it?
I mean, you know what I do, because...
because why didn't he get back on the other bus? Because he had a bus too.
No, he didn't have a bus. He lived in Lumpo.
Where was his car?
He was a kid in high school. He didn't have no car. Nigga, we was out there getting ready to go. It was a dance that night, so that's why everybody was
out there like
and that's why everybody was congregating, because it was a dance that night. We was going to go to the dance, but it was Morningside, so you know you had a whole bus full of cheerleaders, black girls from LA. You know, we don't get that all the time. So the black dudes that lived around here, we was out there trying to holler at them. You know what I mean? So he just happened to be out there on that. But I get it, because I respect it, because it's a lot of... I went to play ball for LA City College, and I met a lot of buster ass niggas that turn... Because if you're not from Los Angeles, and niggas start talking that gangbang shit, you think everybody's hard. You know what I'm saying? You think every gang is, you know what I'm saying? Now, I went to play for LA City College. I lived in Watts. I stayed right across the street from Hacienda Village. And I used to have to take the bus from Watts to North Hollywood, which where LA City College was. So I had to go through multiple hoods. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, I talked to Johnny about this. That was like one of the worst experiences of my life. Because no, it wasn't that. It was because you really couldn't be the nigga you wanted to be. Yeah. Because you know you had to come back through here tomorrow. Yeah. So I used to get hit up by 14, 15-year-old niggas. Yeah, nigga, where you from? Hey, man, I don't gangbang, man. I just out here trying to play ball. I keep my ball.
You don't. I keep my bag every day.
All the shit we had, the LA City College like sweats and stuff. They all said we're all in the same gang. I don't know if you remember the video with Eazy-E. We're all in the same gang. But I'm like, why does all of our college shit say we're all in this? He was like, man, you'll find out, man. Just don't be right around, you know. So, and it was all blue and red to make it, you know,
universal.
Something for you. Yeah. But it's like, at some point, you know, as a grown man, that shit starts to eat at you. You know what I'm saying? You got these little niggas hitting you up every day, and you got to be cool, because tomorrow I got to ride the bus again, you know. But it's like, nigga, I can fuck both of you niggas up. Nigga, I just don't want tomorrow 8 niggas here waiting to, you know, it's like, so it just, you know, but then I used to go home with a different dude all the time. That became crazy. That sounds crazy as fuck. When I played basketball at LA City College, I would go home on the weekends with different cats, you know what I'm saying, to have something to do, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you need to come through, nigga, whoop, bop, whoop. So one time I went to, as a matter of fact, there's another Hoover. He was, I think, from 5'9" Hoover, I believe. But I remember talking to his cousin. Me and him was out there. We was drinking, we was smoking or something, and he was like, I was asking. Oh, we was chopping it, but then he got to like this real, like it was like it was a dark ass place this nigga went. Like my whole energy shifted. Like it seemed like it got dark. Like the clouds came over the sky and all kind of shit. This nigga started talking about, I hate my life, nigga. I hate who I am, nigga. I hate waking up in the morning. I hate this and that. And so when I wake up, I want to object that hate on these other niggas, from other sets, you know what I'm saying, as his enemies,
I don't like that.
So, I mean, it struck me so hard I had to call this chick to come pick me up. Yeah, no, he was like, man, where you going, homie? I was like, oh, she gonna take me to get something to eat real quick, man, we double back.
You too mad in here.
I had her get me out of there because I felt like my spirit was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I grew up in the church. I had, you know what I'm saying, whoop wop. So, I mean, I knew right from wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's something. He was one that just, he had no clue about what was right in life, what was wrong in life. He did not have no care. He didn't have, he was pure evil, you know what I'm saying? And I had to realize that some of these dudes that's out here that's really real in this shit, this is how they gotta be just to fucking survive.
Yeah.
But it's some dude, and just like his cousin was like, he was on the set too, but he was a goofy nigga, played ball, he was like, man, this the rule, Marshall. Say you got 100 niggas on the set. 25 of them niggas will really go hard in the paint. 10 of them niggas, killers. The other 75, it's like the boys club, they're just members. They're having fun with it. They like to be from there. It keeps them safe. It keeps them. But when it's time to put in work, you gotta go get the 25 and that 10. These other niggas ain't really going. You know what I'm saying? If the numbers is right, it's 5 of us, and we run up on it. They'll get because it looks because they'll get involved because the numbers is right and it looks right. But when it's time to just, you know what I'm saying, when you're by yourself and it's 6 essays and now you're ready to start running or you're ready to dip into a store or something. Nah, it's that 10% that's going to stand up and bang that set and take whatever comes to them. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about the numbers. It was about niggas' heart and who they was really with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, because I used to run with this nigga named AD. He was from West Side Avenue. He was a cool ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? But when I found out, this nigga had, his dad was an architect. So he used to take me to this hood house, but it wasn't really his house. So once we went to his real house, he stayed in the valley, stayed in the hill. His dad used to talk to me about a time like, I don't know why this nigga wanted me out here in the streets. And I was like, me neither. Nigga, we went out here, hit niggas up to get that, because that's what McDonald's had, Jack in the Box had like 4 hamburgers for $2, 3 cheeseburgers for $3, or, and we used to be panhandling. Nigga, hey, take it $1, brother, you know what I'm saying? But we'd get that $3 and go to McDonald's and get that 2 for $3. They had the Big Mac 2 for $3. That was our goal, to get that every day. You know what I'm saying? We were struggling college students. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm thinking that he's from the trenches. Nigga, your dad. He's like, man, you come here, man, anytime. I used to go there by myself. That nigga be out there. Nigga, come here, nigga. I'm at your dad's house, nigga. I'm over here drinking, living there. Yeah, nigga, by the pool. Come on, man. But that gangbang had niggas infatuated so crazy that, everybody wanted to be down for something. And now we know this it's weird shit now, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to a question.
Say it. No. Bring it out.
No. Well, because I was gonna ask you, I had somebody tell me that the problem of today with a lot of gangbanging and a lot of social media is that a lot of men were raised by their mothers and they're emotional, and they use the word feminine energy, that they're moving with a lot of feminine. They get into it and then they start not thinking about what they're doing before they're doing it.
We live in the days where women are savages, broads is out here talking about they savages, and dudes is out here wearing skirts and purses. I mean, it's a different day right now. It's different energy. You know.
Why is that?
I just think, I think for one, I think the government pushes this on, especially on black men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They want us to be out here because we're a dominant species. So to feminize us or to take some of that masculinity from us, it's a help meant for them to control us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and I think a lot of these dudes just get caught up with it, and then you got all these stars that's, they got to do these things to stay on, stay in their position. So they doing this shit and they making it cool for other niggas to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's a man. No, if you say it's a person, it's a person.
What do you
Whether
think
you put
it's
it's
like
a man, person,
agenda,
or not.
though? I think it's like a whole agenda.
Oh, for
now
sure.
with the Epstein stuff coming out,
For sure.
like,
Yeah, you got it.
y'all had a whole
and
ring
then,
going.
even man, our diet, man, that soy, they push that soy on it, and that's why that soy's in almost everything. Because they did the study where they put soy on frogs and men turn into women.
Really?
Yes, yeah. So that's why I say you got to watch all this shit that they try to put on you, because it's even, the food that they're trying to demasculate you. Yeah, yeah. Especially black men, they're doing everything they can to take that power from us, and it's up to you to raise your child in a way where he understands it's men and it's women out here. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be what the fuck you want to be because you don't like what the fuck.
Yeah, it can't be a tree tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you can't just be what the fuck you want to be out here. Because I done been caught up in some shit like that. Somebody, being out, hey, how you doing, miss? Oh, I did. Your tits is 44 double D. They greeted me before you even spoke a word. You're not a man, Susan. You're not. And she was with a dude. He was talking about he was a female. And I'm like, Spencer, y'all just out here tricking motherfuckers. Y'all just out here playing and tricking people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to call you a man, sir, and miss.
Yeah. Because
of just your look. Because that's how we was raised. You know what I mean? So I'm just not with. And now you got this binary shit. You're nothing?
Nothing.
Get the fuck out of here. Do something.
Nothing. I
was at a conference one time. And it was, 4 or 5 white girls up there, and they were like, do it, come out. And the girl was like, yeah, that's right. You know what? I am a man. And it's about 4 or 5 drunk white dudes. They was next to me, and one of them yelled out, well, show us your dick. Shut it down. Shut it down. You're not that.
I don't know if that was the right response for him at the conference.
Why not? You just came out. You just had a whole people pump you up. You said you was a man. Prove it.
Okay. What does we're just gonna. This is when we, in my.
Show us your dick.
That's probably gonna be edited out. Right? That part.
Don't edit that out.
That part's good.
Don't edit that out.
It's gonna be
Don't edit that out. If you say you a grown man, you done had all kind of people you up on stage.
See, I don't even know where this conversation went because what we're supposed to be talking about and these stories you keep telling me, it's hard for me to parallel.
We got on the LGGH.
We didn't get on that.
TH587.
We didn't get on any community. We didn't. I didn't ask one question about it.
You did?
The actual question was at this stage of your life, how do you define manhood differently than in your 20s?
Oh, you know what? I did get off subject.
I don't know where we... I don't know where we just...
Okay, so yeah, in my 20s, I was wilding, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's when I had made up my own, we had made up our own crew. I told you before, my confidence was through the roof, so I used to go in places like I owned it. I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I was loud. I wanted to be loud in there. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be boop, bop, boop. Them days is gone. That, like I said, that was the 90s. You had to be...
But how has that changed to who you are now? Like and when I say how you define masculinity, like how are you How is that? Because like you said, you had to be loud. You were this. You were that. Like, how has that changed? But the confidence may be the same or grown. Or how is?
Well,
how do you
I
show
was
up?
under the impression that you had to be tough in them times. You had to be strong. You had to. I mean, like I said, everybody was gang banging, so you had to be. I mean, that's the only thing that separated you was who you were as as a tough, as being tough, or people would take advantage of you in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So now, as a grown man, you realize, fuck these streets. I don't give a fuck what he think or what. Yeah, you keep all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about preserving your life and making sure that the people that you're responsible for, live a good life. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? As a grown man, if you teach your kids to gangbang, you corny. That's weird energy to me. You know what I mean? Especially if it fucked you up in life. Went to prison twice. Did all this or whatever. I know people that did all this and they still out here showing their kids how to. Nah, that's weird.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be giving your kids a better life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got one of my sons who I wasn't present with. You know what I mean? He kind of had to go through all that kind of shit, and I know that's probably 100% because I was not present. You know what I mean? But then I got a middle son. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of spoiled him, so now he's at that point where he got to kind of find his hustle, because he never had to, because everything was kind of given to him. We wanted to make sure he had that better life. So it's got to be that medium. So now with my youngest, I kind of got that on point where he's got to work for shit. You know what I mean? You got to do this, this, and this in order to get this. This. We're not just going to give that to you because we did that, and it kind of, I don't want to say it makes him soft, but it just makes him where that's their hustle is to be dependent. You know what I mean?
Their expectations be here, but it's like they don't like. How are you gonna keep getting this? These Nikes if you don't want to go to work? You think I'm gonna be buying Nikes when you're 40?
Come on now.
Like,
come on, Nikes is and that's the least of it. These motherfuckers got this expensive ass taste. I'm gonna be honest,
my Benny left here. It was sweet. Yeah. He got that scholarship. Went to Cal Lutheran. He saw people was rich out there. You know what I mean? People got trust funds. This is real life stuff that people really had from when they were little. And
you know what's crazy about that? I got a scholarship to Cal Lutheran at one point.
Did you?
I didn't want to go. I thought it was a white city. I thought it was because it's
Thousand Oaks.
Thousand Oaks. Excuse me.
It is predominantly white, but it's a hard school to get in.
Yeah.
And it's a good school, but when you're around everybody, they pulling up in Mercedes, and you know what I'm saying.
I wish I would have went there.
He said, "Mom, I need some money." And that's why he wanted to leave, and he went to go in the army and do the way.
No, he just needed money. He just needed a sponsor. All he needed was a good sponsor. Cause I would have got me a good sponsor, and we had rode that whole 4 years out.
Do you think society, what role does feminine energy play in shaping men?
It shouldn't take any. You should get that out your system early in the game. But that's the thing. It's a different world now, though. When I grew up, we grew up playing, 3 flags up, which was you threw the ball up and whoever caught it, everybody tackled them. Or, you know what I'm saying, you played tag, you played outdoors, you scraped your knee up, you had your bikes with jump. You got bumps and bruises, you know what I'm saying? These kids just don't have that. Everything they're doing is technology, them and their buddies is playing, instead of going out and playing ball together, y'all playing on, NBA 2K against each other on, talking shit. That shit don't get you nothing, These kids just don't, and that's where the energy shifted at. People got that feminine in them, they sit around them. Only way I used to get the feminine, the energy, is hanging around your mom and them. You know what I mean? You had that one kid that, they stayed at the dice game, all the card games, playing tunk, and all the girls in there girl talking, and they around and they acting like them. That's where you used to get the feminine energy from. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, your mamas and them would be like, take your ass outside and play, go do something. Go do something. And that's what these kids don't do no more.
But what about just the energy of reacting like what you see? And so if all you see is women in that type of reaction, like that type of energy.
And that's the problem. As a dude, you're supposed to pull yourself out of that shit. You know what I mean? As a grown man, have even to say you have some feminine energy, you already lost to me. You gotta. I mean, you should. You're a grown man. Your masculinity is supposed to be pushing through everything. You should never act like a female in no stage in life. No stage in life. At a certain point, you're supposed to get to where your thought process is on point. Okay, I see this now. Let me think.
No, let me think.
Yes,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna react to the situation. If you're still reacting, that's feminine energy. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think young men still have models showing healthy masculinity?
No, like I said, a lot of these all these shows, they got at least one gay guy in there trying to, you know what I'm saying? They always got to push that on you at some point. They pushing this demasculinization on everybody, and now it's in your films, your TikToks, your all kind of shit. So it's up to your fathers really, or your grandfathers, and that's where we missing at it at, you know, because a lot of these single mothers, all they doing is pushing feminine energy. They got their girlfriends over every weekend, you know, bitch, and you got these little kids that's just hanging around there, and bitch, yeah, them too.
They
So,
see you doing that?
yeah, so it's you know, it's just no.
What else do they see him doing?
Oh man, they got different dudes all the time. I mean, it's just no respect, man. 'Cause I just knew somebody who was in a relationship. They got out of the relationship. They met a chick. They only knew the chick for about 2 months, and the chick moved them in. See, I mean, for me, that's weird. That's weird energy.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta protect your children, especially with all the shit that's going on out here right now today. You don't know that man.
Yeah.
You don't know that man at all. So you're gonna be going to work and leave your son with this man, and nigga, you don't even really know. Just because you want a man in the house, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's risk.
But then what does that say about the man that'll move in?
Just, I'm trying to find somewhere to live. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are young men being guided or judged, Marshall?
That's a tough one because it depends on their situation. You know, they're all getting judged for sure. I mean, that's the life, man, we live. You know, somebody's gonna be judging you somewhere, somehow. That's just gonna happen. But guidance, it's hard to find, and then you gotta really be picking and choosing who you gonna let guide you. You know, you can't let everybody just get in your ear just because they're older than you. Niggas out here living fucked up lives. They've been fucked up their whole life, and they want to tell you some shit. Get the fuck out of here. No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
I was
not.
waiting for absolutely not to come out tonight. Okay. Oh, do you think pride plays a role in any of this that you're speaking about?
Of course. Now I know that we're talking about pride is a sin.
Who says that?
I do that. I guess it's in the Bible.
It is?
That's what they say.
I didn't know that.
But I think you got to have a little bit of pride. You gotta. I mean, you gotta. I tell my son all the time. His name is Marsan. People call him Marshawn all the time, and I correct them. I'm like, you got a name. You stand on your name. That's who you are.
I know I spelled it wrong, and you want to correct me.
Yeah,
You know who I'm talking about.
You stand on who you are. That's who you
I
are.
think I told you him too.
Whether you like it or not, yeah, you gotta, you know. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
You are somebody.
your pride shouldn't put you in a situation where you fuck yourself off because I'm just not gonna get no help. I'm not gonna. No, that's just being ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you should want some kind of. You should want to be able to stand up in some kind of way. You know what I mean? You should. I mean, if you're in a situation and your first action is to go ask for help, you ain't got no pride for me. I want you to go and try to help yourself first.
So you don't think women play any role raising these children by themselves on how these young men come up and don't be so emotional or their emotional state?
Women, yeah. These women is raising punks now. They Then my mama was one of the ones, nigga, you know, you got to 8th, 9th grade, you got a little size on you, but she was still like, nigga, I wish you would. I wish you think that you get to the set. You know, it was still that, nah, this is still my house. I still run this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, understand, these new age moms, they let their kids do whatever. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
Then, like, if there's moms out there, what advice could they have? They have these boys, and maybe the father's not there, and so they overcompensate because the father's not there. So they, you know, they coddle them a little bit more than you should. What?
Well, and that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You want to raise a friend, and if you raise a friend, man, he's fucked already. If he don't have no structure, if he don't believe that you're his mom and you're a disciplinarian first, then that's not going to work. If you're raising a buddy, you know what I'm saying, just about, you know, when things go bad, you know, I take him to ice cream or I make him feel better. No.
Yeah.
Let him stew in that shit for some time.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be okay.
Yeah.
You don't always have to make things right. You don't always have to make things better. Sometimes, you know, you leaving it where it's at, let him work his way out of it.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Do you believe that it's making our kids go through those mental things when they're young prepares them for when they get older?
You better believe it.
Yeah.
I tell my son, something happened at school and he was like, boom, bop, can you tell the teacher or something? I said, absolutely not. You're going to go in there tomorrow and you're going to tell her this, this, and this.
Yeah.
You're going to ask her for what work needs to be done, and you're going to correct the situation.
Yeah.
And he was, you know, he didn't like that. I mean, he wanted his parents to deal with it because it was another adult. No. You're a young adult, and this is the shit that you're going to have to get ready for life with.
Yeah.
So you got to face the music, and you got to say you're sorry, and you got to see if you can make correct it. Man, she might tell you no.
Yeah.
And if she does, you got to live with that.
I've seen parents pull their kids out of schools or out of classes or all this stuff because the kid is uncomfortable or little stuff. And I'd be like, in my mind, it's like you're showing your child how to run away from stuff instead of how to deal with they're supposed to know how to learn how to deal with stuff from the time they start walking. I said, stop touching that on the table type shit.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
These parents don't believe consequences are meant for the children. You know, they want to buffer everything. Man, let me get in front of this. You know, and as a coach and dealing with young players, you know, you get these parents that, you know, hey, so I know my son didn't play that much. You know, boo, boo, boo. You know, I said, why isn't your son came and asked why he isn't playing? You don't play at all. You don't have nothing to do with the team. I said, see, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
If he wants to find out why he's not playing, he should come to the coach. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's not in 2nd grade. 2nd grade, man, you can come to me.
Mm-hmm.
No. 8th grade, going to 9th grade, going to high school next year. You tell me in high school that you're still going to be asking the coach, well, absolutely not, man.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You know, so you got to get that shit out your system. You know what I mean? So yeah. So if the coach wants to know, you can tell him to. If your son wants to know, you can tell him at our next practice to come and ask him.
Exactly.
But other than that, you know, no. You have to keep your kids accountable, you know. I said all the time,
especially
you know what I mean?
Young men.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Nobody's going to give them nobody's going to help them out there.
I tell them all the time, you know, it's not a lot of little black kids out here, you know what I'm saying? But when I got them together, you know, I always tell them, you know, life's not going to be fair, you know what I mean? And if you're screaming, I said, when I see other adult black men talking about life ain't fair, I said, I can show you somebody who's losing in life.
Yeah.
Because you're too worried about it's already out there. I mean,
it ain't never been fair.
It ain't never been from day one. You got to do better. You got to be better. You got to be stronger. You got to be. As a manager of a health facility, you know what I mean. It's you have to put yourself in a position where you're intelligent and articulate because you're going to be dealing with all types of walks of life. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you still have to make sure that you're ready for anything that comes your way, and it can't be dealt with, with any type of street mentality. It has to be dealt with thought process, and that's where you got to leave these kids with. You know what I'm saying? You have to think your way through this stuff. You have to be smarter than any a situation.
Well, it's all right to tell kids you got to think about what you do before you do it.
Yes.
You don't always got to talk. Keep your mouth closed.
No.
Like, it's okay.
Reacting is always a problem.
And you have the right to remain silent.
I said sometimes a situation doesn't need a reaction at all.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. You don't. I remember my son talking about this dude was saying. I said, "Oh, you mess with him? I mean, you know him? No, I don't even know him." I was like, I said, "So you don't know him? You don't care nothing about him? He likes a chick that likes you.
What does that have to do with you?
Yeah, he has absolutely nothing. And when he learned that, he's like, you know what? I left it alone. I didn't say nothing. Bob and yeah, because there's nothing to be said. Anything that happens after that, if it's a situation where he wants to get physical or something, well, you deal with that accordingly.
Yeah.
But other than that, it has nothing to do with you. You don't know him. Who cares what he said? So it's just about teaching your kids how to think their way through stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You want to give them all the tools they can, so when whatever happens to you, God forbid, you leave the earth tomorrow,
they can move.
You feel comfortable with them. They're gonna be all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, Marshall, I think we're over an hour.
All right. Good session.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
No. I thought it was gonna be about child support. I was about child support. Said I was ready. I was ready to go in about that CP, about that CS. Because I'll be wild with that. But
what do you got to say about child support? What you got to say about child support?
I mean, I'm not against child support. Don't get it twisted. And I just seen this new rule. Been talking about if you
they can't go after your tax return.
No, if you're like a drunk driver or something and you kill parents, you got to pay child support now for those kids. I like that. Yeah, I mean, that was always weird. You taking people's taxes and...
Why is that weird?
So I done worked all this time and I'm paying, but I'm behind, so now you going to take that too?
But wait a minute, you said you're what?
I'm behind.
So why wouldn't you pay that bill?
I mean, I'm paying now, though.
But you're behind, so if you...
Now, if I don't pay anything, you haven't got anything, you run that. Go ahead.
So you mean you should be in control of how you pay what you're behind in?
You better believe it.
But they weren't in control of how they got it or when they could get it because you're behind.
And then what makes it a fair assessment?
What do you mean?
Like, because I've been all over the place. I done paid $900 a month. I done paid $300 a month. I done paid. What makes it a fair assessment of what somebody pays?
Oh, I don't know. I do know how they do it. They say that basically the living conditions have to be the same for both.
But we've been poor out. I mean, we came in here poor together, and now you talking about you want $900 a month to take care of the baby?
That's it.
You ain't spending $900 a month on that baby.
Could be.
Could not.
Could be.
Could not.
Where do you stand on child support? I mean, have you been on both sides of it?
Yeah. I've been on I've only been on one side, and that's the payer.
Okay.
That's why I've only been on the opposite side of the fence, which I get. Yeah, I was in a relationship with my son's mother. She moved back to Portland. I couldn't be around a child. He needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
I get that. Boom, bop, bop.
Okay.
I've been out here where, me and my current son's mom, we ain't never had to go through that situation because I've always taken care of him. Boom. Okay. So even when we went to court, they're like, well, I see he's always paid. You know what I mean? So we're just going to keep going with whatever you guys have been doing. You know what I mean? Bop, bop. And that's why I tell those dudes to be like, man, she don't give me that. If you handle your business, they can't keep you from shit.
So you know my situation.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know the intricacies, but I just, I know the cliff notes.
Well, we're going to court Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah. And, the other party has some contempt charges.
Mm.
And, he might be going to
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. So it's been interesting for me to hear men's point of view on the situation. I mean, I really don't have a point. I mean, I feel like I'm on one side of it, so I can only speak about the side I'm on. I don't know how it feels to have these orders, for them to be retroactive, for you to have back child support, and then for them to start putting penalties on that. But I do know, I mean, how it feels on this side not getting the support.
Yeah, no, and that's and I'm 100% for if you can't be president,
Yeah.
you got to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's off the top. But for those dudes, because it's some dudes that's really out here trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I was coming up, they was taking your license.
Yeah.
So it's like you're taking the nigga's license, so he can't go work, and then you basically making a way for him to never get out of this shit. You're trying to bury this dude. You know, and I've been on both sides where other dudes that could do, they just wasn't doing because the chick didn't want to fuck with them or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Now you want some weirdo shit, so you ain't gonna take care of your child because the broad don't want to deal with you. See, that's some weird shit too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's got to be a medium ground. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you got to the feelings have to come out of it, and now what are we gonna do for the baby?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, you know. And I tell dudes, she don't let. I was like, she can't keep you from it. The only way she can keep you from it if you out here fucking up. You won't leave the broad alone. You won't, you going over to the house, knocking on the door. That's not your business, homie.
Yeah.
You go and handle your business.
That's feminine energy.
Feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
Female poodle shit. You.
Female poodle shit. Okay.
You. I get it. Nobody wants to see that shit, but you think she ain't gonna do it because you be over there and acting a fool?
Yeah.
As soon as you leave and everything calm down, they gonna come back over there and do whatever they've been doing.
Yeah.
You can't stop that shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you gotta learn to live with choice. You know what I'm saying? Life is choice.
Mm-hmm. See, I mean, the child support conversation really isn't that good with us because, I mean, we kind of both on the same page.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, you got to listen. You play. You kind of got to pay. Like, I don't know the rules. I didn't make the rules. And see, that's what I be telling. Like, I can't really argue child support because I didn't make the rules. Listen, it's just that's the only way I have to enforce the rules. And so I'm just going by what. But
then you got, like I said, it's a million.
There's a whole bunch of scenarios, and for some people it works, for some people it don't, for some people they think it's working and it's really not.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's
yeah. I know some dudes that paid somebody's grandma, and the grandma always made sure that the baby had this, and this. And I know some dudes that paid the mom directly, and she made sure the kid ain't have shit, and she had her hair done and a new purse and all the new shit, So it depends on who you're dealing with, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like I tell dudes, no matter what you do, if you give it to her, what she doing at that point, that's on her.
It's like giving your tithes and offering.
You make sure you handle your business.
You give your tithes.
Tithes.
I don't know. I just use that scenario because that's what
I don't like that scenario.
I don't like it either because I don't. That's what we should talk about. I don't because
that tithes and offering. That's a thin line.
It's a thin line because they want what 10%.
Because I don't like to see you in that Cadillac, and I'm over here paying, and I'm tithing. And I'm riding the bus. No, hell no.
We're red bottoms.
Hell no. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't want to see you in nothing luxury.
Nothing luxury.
I want us all in here poor.
That's what type of church we are with everybody.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Drewski's skit, I didn't get upset. I related.
I just watched the pastor talk about close the door.
Close the door.
Close the door. He wasn't playing. Nigga, close the door. Let's get this money.
I saw this man say, I'm 52 years old. I need everybody in here to give me $52.
Come on.
I started counting heads. Well, if everybody in here, there is 300 people in
here. Yeah.
It's a bag.
This is a whole...
I see the play.
You got Creflo Dollar. You got what's that boy Joel Austin.
And now I'm going to hell because I saw the play.
Yeah. No, you ain't going to hell. They going straight to hell for sure.
I seen it. But
shit, Temptations was trying to tell y'all way back. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he ate his house was his own.
Oh, for real.
What did he say? Dealing in debt, stealing in the name of the Lord. It's all type of, come on, man. It's all type of pastors out here, dirty work.
Man.
I done been to, come on, man. I came up in the church. Niggas in there cheating on their wives.
I ain't gonna say what church I was baptized in.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You might
pastor coming knocking on the door. It ain't Sunday, Pastor. My dad had a story where he stepped from behind the door and asked him, "What you doing at my house?"
Mm-hmm.
Sister Person has a husband.
Yeah.
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 Come on now. That's the life we live in, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't here for your well-being, man. Everybody ain't here for your well-being, man.
Stop telling the stories of the church.
And you can't follow everybody.
You can't follow everybody.
You can't follow everybody.
You can't.
And some people think their pastor is really the savior. You in here asking about God pray everybody. No. That's a grown man. That's a man.
Yeah.
And he got to have somebody pray. I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away. If you really ordained and you out here trying to live your life, we all fall short. We all fall short.
But, and I think we had this conversation before. We are regular sinners. If you're an ordained sinner, you got to check yourself. I'm not judging you.
No, I don't judge nobody.
I'm not judging you. But what I'm saying is you got to check yourself because, see, you've been ordained. And now you out here. Because I don't know. Because God ain't told me it. But I just feel like if you were ordained, He might look at.
You supposed to be on a different level.
Sin,
when I came up in the church,
feel like it's a different.
They didn't let you walk behind the pulpit. Because that was for only the ordained.
You couldn't even walk in it.
You couldn't even walk behind the. They didn't want you up there. They didn't want you because that was for the ordained. And you was on a different level than us sinners out here.
Yeah.
You are guided by the Lord, and you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You are His vessel to lead Him to.
And you're gonna stand up until they say sit down.
Yeah.
And don't you go up there.
But as we grow older and we start understanding, the intricacies of religion in general, you know what I'm saying? Christianity, Muslim, knowing that those things are just made up things that, if you know better, you're supposed to do better. You know? I don't have a problem, with the church for people, finding a place to congregate and come together. But I also know in the world we live in, especially as black folks, white folks ain't gonna give us nothing that's gonna help us.
Yeah.
So that's why I always look at the church like, if y'all, are y'all really here to help for real? Yeah. For real though. You know what I'm saying? Whatever money you get each month, you should be going out putting something on people's rent. You should be going out putting groceries in people's things. I mean, if that's what you're really here for, the give back supposed to be real for real.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, what they say, anything that man has his hand in, it's going to get messed up.
Come on now.
Come on now. I think that a lot of people forget that you're still dealing with man. Because sometimes people put too much on the pastor. The pastor's only a man. You out here thinking that you're supposed to be walking in the light of the pastor.
You can't praise no pastor. No, you can't praise no pastor.
I think sometimes you putting too much on him. He's just the vessel.
That's it.
And he could be wrong.
That's it. I told you, I see some great men that I thought they were, and, come to find out they done had an affair at the church with somebody else, and some other stuff, and so at that point, that's when you have to realize these are still men, and they fall short too.
Yeah.
They trying to get their shit together, I hope, but they still men. You know what I mean? And you gotta, understand that, and that's why I don't judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you out here trying to do the best you can to help the community, help folks out, but.
Yeah. But if you want to give your rent money for that 10% and you're not using discernment, that's on you. That's how I look at it. That's
Like I
because
said,
listen.
this religion and shit is weird though. I just came from back home, and I went to a Catholic church, and it spooked the shit out of me. They had all these, I don't want to say idolatry, but they got, it's too many, yeah. Too many. I just,
I went to a church, the man I was walking behind women, talking about be blessed, and people was falling.
Yeah.
And I started looking around, and that man must have felt my spirit because he didn't walk behind me, bro.
I remember going to church in Oakland, and when they used to have the altar call, ladies would come down to the altar, but they would be dressed so clubbish that they would have like sisters like
cover.
Yes,
I know.
Yeah, you have the ushers come down and they would cover them down while they. Yeah, but it's like, where we at with this though?
Yeah, but I remember being little, sitting in the church, and the pastor called out a woman's hairy legs.
Well,
listen, I said I was gonna stop telling stories.
Hey, the church is wild because, like I said, our pastor.
Back in the day, they didn't play though. Them old people in the church, they was gonna tell you.
Yeah, because our pastor used to talk about the big girls at the church. Yeah. Hey, some of y'all just gonna go out here. Y'all gonna get that. Y'all think that little bit of lettuce and tomato on that double burger with cheese and bacon is a salad. It ain't no salad,
sister. Yeah, the church
get your health right. Yeah, it used to be.
But maybe we need a little bit more of that.
We need that back.
We need that because we got people in the church. We got people that ain't falling in sync with it.
And that's when the elders they didn't care who your kid was.
No,
they popped their ass.
Yes.
Shut your mouth up.
Everybody can't be an usher.
Yeah.
Everybody, the ushers used to have respect. You be quiet when they walking through here.
You better believe it.
Their arms is sharp.
Yeah.
Their gloves is white.
They got that white. They got that white hand behind them. And it was authority figure at the church.
It wasn't just anybody who showed up could be an usher.
No. Just because you joined the church last week. You're a greeter.
Nobody ever wants to greet you, but you're a greeter.
You can't be a deacon yet. You can't lead devotional hour. We don't.
Matter of fact, you're just here. And a matter of fact, we'll let you know when we need you.
We need you to soak up this church first.
We need you to serve in the gallery.
Yeah.
Just take up a seat because we don't have them all full yet.
You're gonna pass out pie at the end of the service.
Exactly. But that's okay to tell people.
Everybody's got a job to do.
And sometimes your job is just to fill the seat.
Everybody want to start at the top though. Where can I do a sermon, Pastor? Huh?
But they want to start at the top, but ain't in no top in their life. You still
fumbling John 3:16. Come on, man. Get one day at a time, brother. One day at a time, brother.
You don't have the Bible at home yet. See, and the thing is, like, you want to jump into the headspace at the church, but you're at the bottom space at home.
I know other thing about the church too is that because I got a lot of family and friends in the church, so I don't want to offend nobody, but this is the same religion that these same white folks gave us, who was putting us into slavery.
Listen.
Do you tell me that the Lord we serve, as strong as He, the God we serve, will put in the Bible?
Look at Johnny said, "Don't do it."
Serve your earthly master as you would serve me. Absolutely not. He did not.
He didn't do it?
He didn't say that.
Johnny, you try to tap in?
That's that book of control.
Now, Johnny knows.
If you look at the book of Eli, man, you ever seen the movie The Book of Eli?
I seen the book of Eli. Yep.
You know what the man kept saying? I need the words. The words control the people. Because you got to think it in reality. If there was no Bible and people didn't know what was right and what was wrong, it was just the strong that kind of survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make it where the weaker, the ones that's weak, can have some kind of foundation. And
but why do you think that's still pushed though?
Well, that's the problem I have with, you know what I'm saying? It's like, us as black folks, we are naturally a forgiving and loving people. That's who we are as people. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not savage. We're not. I mean, we forgive 100 times over.
But where does that come from? You think that was put in us? We were pacified. We are warriors.
We're one with this earth. We're one with nature. That's why we look like it. That's why our color, our melanin, puts us out here. Most of the time, if you guys didn't straighten our hair and all that shit, everybody's hair we would look like bushes. We would look like.
Talk about if we don't straighten our hair and all that.
We gonna get into that on another one.
We're not getting into
one. We're gonna get on that on another one about these sisters and these motherfuckers.
That's what we're not getting into. We're gonna get back
to our natural roots, and we're gonna bring back Angela Davis's. But I'm coming.
What type of women do you deal with, Angela Davis's?
That's what I'm fucking with now.
You're fucking with Angela Davis now?
Not now, but I'm just saying. That's how long.
Where were you? When was that?
No, I wasn't. I was with I wanted it luxurious and straight and looking good.
How straight though? Because mine is different than straight. So, because you said you the sisters.
And yours is blonde too.
It is a little blonde in there. So, but you specifically said something about the sisters. So let's get into you.
Yeah, okay.
How deep are you into the sisters?
I love sisters.
You do?
I love them to death.
You do to death?
Yeah, to death.
Because you came from a black mother, you got two. But what do you like? Because you said you were into luxurious.
For one, it's our struggle brings us together. For off top, nobody's going to understand you.
We're two together.
Sisters and brothers.
Okay, we're past that. I know. But you love sisters, Angela Davis with the big bush.
Yes.
When did you switch to loving the bush? Because you said you were in a luxurious stage like this. This is, and I'm assuming, tell me if I'm wrong, that this right here you would be talking about another race of woman.
Yes.
Okay, what race is that?
The Caucasoid.
The who?
The Caucasian.
The Caucasian?
Yeah.
From the Caucasus Mountain?
From the Caucasus Mountains.
You were there.
I wasn't there, but
you were there.
I can envision it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you back to home? Angela Davis.
Once you do the research on it, it's like...
What kind of research did you do?
I mean, it's a ton of books, and I just kind of see how bad we were actually treated as people.
And so after you talked to the luxurious woman, you did this research? When did you do the research?
Well, the research has been coming for years, so you collectively information, and now that we're coming to this, which I believe is the age of Aquarius. Like I think people are.
It's the age of Aquarius. So you came to the.
I think that people are really waking up. Like we are really starting to come to our senses. Like, you know what I'm saying. We got to get our shit together. We got to make sure that as black people we are. You know what I'm saying.
When did you awaken from the Caucasus Mountain and come over the hill?
I'm over the hill. I've been over the hill.
How long?
3-4 years now.
That's it?
That's why, yeah. It took me a long time to understand what was out here, you know what I'm saying? We out here dealing with these Europeans sexually and having babies with them and all kind of stuff. And these are the same people that chained us, whipped us, cooked us, ate us. I mean...
But what's crazy is that, see, men, and I want to say men because I don't want to generalize, but in my experience, it's been black men. They say something about the luxurious blonde straight that I might have, but I don't go to the Caucasus Mountain, and I've never procreated with the...
Right.
You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying,
See where we're going, but then we're judged... Or maybe not judged, but it's pointed out that we like to wear hair that may resemble a place that traumatized you guys.
It's a very European look.
But I feel like we shouldn't, as black women, that energy shouldn't be inflicted our way, because that is a type of projection. Because see,
but this is new though. You realize that this is
what's new.
We didn't always wear our hair, you know what I'm saying? We didn't always have the lace fronts.
But you guys are procreating with the tribe of people, and you're coagulating with them.
Well, see, that's where I think a lot of black men I got caught up with before, as thinking that if they're dealing with these white women, that you're kind of like stealing the white man's prize. You know what I mean? You're when really you're just basically.
But see,
you're softening your race up, and you need to get out.
Well, see, you see the trauma that, because I didn't do that. My kids they're not. So, but that trauma that you have on you in turn put it on me and talked about my luxuriousness, and that came from your trauma at the mountain. Because see, I don't have any trauma, any type of issues when I have this sewn in on my African style braids that are underneath to keep my hair going in a protective state, being a black woman, right? And so when I lay this on top, as it is so nicely laid, I don't feel like I'm channeling the mountain.
Why not just wear the African braids?
Because I don't want to do that. Because as a sister, a strong black sister, I know that at this point I have the choice. And regardless of what I put in my hair, it doesn't shape or shift my blackness. So I wear what I like. And at some point, because my mom used to wear natural, at some point if I want to go natural, I'll do that. But it has nothing to do with me being sister. But I just always wonder why it triggers the same, not the same because it's not specific to you, but why it triggers black men who will indulge in white women, glorify white women, make children...
glorifies a lot.
Well, make children with white women, while they will still on the same foot comment on a simple hairstyle, especially to a black woman who does not procreate with black men. I mean, white men, glorify white men, nor have ever.
That's why we want those sisters to be the ones that standing up.
But we want you guys, see, I feel like you guys have to be there before you can try to get us there. It's kind of like you got to sweep around your front door and there's dust there, and then I'm going to handle this over here, but you can't come over here.
That's all it's about. It's no judgment. I mean, you're going to...
It's a little judgment.
It's a little judgment, but that's just because I'm trying to... I think we're all coming back to our roots and our blackness. If that's what you want to live like, and that's what... Then you live that life. If your husband love it, if it works meant for whoever...
You hear this, Johnny?
If it works for whoever it works for, I love it for you.
Look, Latrice said, don't do my big guy like that. Latrice, he's pissing me off right now.
It's not, it don't really...
Latrice, he's pissing me off right now.
I just want something different now.
Now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been there. I've been there in one of the shit. I had them a weave on down their back, curled up, flip.
You didn't have the real Caucasian out the head.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, shit, Caucasian pounds, all that. But when you know better.
So you're not going back to other races now. You're strictly with black women.
Yeah, I'm on the back end. So
what does the back end mean, Marshall?
Shit, you heard nigga life. The upper room with G. Yeah.
So now you need a black woman.
We're on the back end, so we ended it off right. We come in, we leave them. It's not.
So you came in with a black woman. I just saw what you did there.
Yeah,
you came in with a black woman. You got to leave out with a black woman.
We're gonna leave out. Yeah. Asses to asses. Dust to dust.
You know what? And with that, look, Johnny said, "Welcome back, brother."
I've been in.
No,
I've been in, but I'm out.
He went totally off script. This didn't go how we thought it was gonna
It's
go.
a good session, though. It's always a good one.
You'll come back.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Marsan cut us short.
Yeah. You know, the kids gotta get. It's school night. They trying to get to the movies, you know, but
It's cold outside.
you chose to go to the movies.
True. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you on live for being here. We appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Marshall.
Hey, thank you guys.
All right.